Shamai, hello. I just stubbed my toe and let's get into it. Right. I know we have 1 day left until we leave the island. I'm really looking forward to where this goes, because I'm excited to hit the next location. There's some new like story progression going. But was there something I wanted to do before I left? Because it's the last day, right? But from the looks of it, only Yufa wants to hang out anyway, because I think we're leaving in the evening, right? Oh, there was the bard and stuff, wasn't there?
Alright. What now?
Let's have a look. That's what it was, the Barden thing. Okay. I should speak to Barden when I'm ready. Where is Barden? That's the thing. Is he just ready to go whenever? He said countermeasures for sandstorms.
What now?
I was kind of hoping I could fuck with the weather, but maybe we just have some combat items instead. Ooh, I don't want to use that. That's for him, though. Oh, we don't have a set location, so I can't even fix the weather. We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
What now? Alright. Where to?
Where is Barden? There is Barden.
What now?
Is he just not ready? I should speak to Barden when I'm ready. Barden, where are you, though? Let me just do a quick lap around Martira.
Let's go.
Unless, of course, I go on to the... Could take a quick look at the world map, maybe.
Take me for a fool, do you?
Downright odd. Barden was exiled, yet these preposterous security measures remain in place. All that about the giant sandworm was a false alarm, wasn't it? Then why?
What in the blazes?
These guys can tell me where Barden is?
Take a look.
I've gotten secret missives from Barden. That giant sandworm's closing in from the town. Did you know that? Claimed to the public it was a false alarm. Security staying tight as a drum. And us soldiers do as our captain says. So has he left town then? Do I have to hop on my gauntlet runner and find him?
Proper aces.
Looks like everyone's here.
Now then.
Oh, where is he? Do I have to wait until he's ready to hang out?
Here's where we are now. That's where you want to go. Here's where we...
I can't tell what that is.
Here's where we are now.
Maybe we just have to wait for him then.
Until next.
But let me just check in the usual spots, but... Oh. It's kind of odd that it says, like, yeah, talk to him when you're ready. Like, I kind of thought, like, it was literal about that. But maybe he's pissed off somewhere for, like, a bit. I'm just going to do, like, a quick lap of the town. If Barden's here, I'm going to find him right quick. And if he's not, I'm just going to go talk to Yufa.
Beg pardon?
Oh, I can go faster, right? Oh, Yufa's here. Excellent. That'll save me some time.
Hey, you.
Barden, you over here?
I'm just...
No, Barden, not over here. Let me go down that side street. And I think they sell rock beans as well, don't they, actually, now I think about it. Let's see if those kids are selling rock beans. Hello, bean children.
Hey, mister.
No, I don't want your bugs.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll take rock beans.
Thank you, miss.
Wait, do you only sell one bean at a time?
Excuse me.
Oh, God.
Can we talk?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Excuse me. Can we talk?
Okay, we're just going to be mashing A for a bit. Thankfully, I don't have to move the thing.
Talk.
So, I'm going to assume Barton's not here then.
Excuse
That's...
me. Can we talk?
I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to presume.
Excuse me.
So,
Can we talk?
Yufa's just down the road. We're going to talk to Yufa. And then I don't think we can do anything at night. I think we're going to be kind of railroaded from that point on. Maybe, okay.
Excuse me.
I want more of these. I'm going to get 10.
Excuse me.
And then after this,
Can we talk? Thank you.
I think when I finish this episode, if I have the time,
What should I do?
I'll come back and just do it off camera and just buy a shit ton of beans, because that's going to take fucking forever, isn't it? So, hey you. I've known Barton for a long while, but these days, well, it's hard seeing what he's become. Well, what's he so afraid of? Is it monsters, or is it us? You know him, yeah? He didn't used to be like that. The kidnappings are over. But you sure wouldn't know it looking at him.
I'm just...
I can understand Captain Barton's regret. He allowed a tragedy to unfold right under his nose. He put too much faith in people. I think the betrayal of that faith led to the state of high security. I get how he feels. Everyone's gotten sick of this constant surveillance, if you ask me.
Incredulous.
It's all right.
Don't worry, the tides will change. We'll arrive in Altabury all the same. Oh, I didn't mean to bother you. I'm just really concerned about Ovi and the others. If you're alright with it, do you mind going with me to check on them? Yeah, let's go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Let's use teleportation magic to get there. They may believe in different gods than I do, but I think I can get them to listen to me. Let's get some drink and stuff off the table.
Let us pause.
Something's amiss.
Oh,
Oh, Yufa. It's her. What shamelessness.
Truly.
Pardon?
You!
Don't play us for fools. We know this is all you're doing, Kagan.
Oi.
Where did you take Sancta Hyperic and the sick ones? We haven't done anything. We haven't done anything at all.
You don't say.
You don't know where they are?
just the worst.
I heard what happened. You insulted Sanctism, and Sancta Hyperic was in a righteous rage. No, you've misunderstood. I just wanted to help those people in the cellar. Yufa, are you a bad person like everyone says? I just want Mama back. Give her back, please. Ovi. Aw man, that's fucked. Using the kid. Do you people have no hearts? They call you minions of the devil, but now I believe it. That illness is pagan handiwork for certain. Fuck you. You didn't even get here. You guys were already sick and dying before you ever showed up.
No, we mustn't yield.
Wait, please. I just want to talk with you all. You're wasting your words. They're not going to listen. At least not right now. Oh, but Aoife... Are you all right? Yeah. What about you?
That's true,
I'm
but-
good. I should be the one asking you that. Weren't you scared?
Thank you very much.
Thank you for asking, Aoife. I can't believe they treated you as badly as they did me. If anything had happened to you, well, I would have had to cast a lifelong curse. Wait, you can do that? Lifelong curse on them.
I think not.
I wouldn't actually do that. But I did truly fear the look in their eyes. I understand being worried for those who have disappeared, yet this was altogether different. When they started crowding me, I could see the distortion of magma around them. I hesitate to give voice to this, but it felt like a possession.
But then...
But what can I do to help when they see me as some sort of great enemy? Yes, beat the shit out of them. Let's snap them out of it.
Listen.
Let's snap them out of... let's get them all out of this trance. You always seem so unshakably optimistic, and your conviction. How are you the way you are? I never feel any sense of hesitation from you. I really admire that. I worry constantly, and I'm always looking for answers. Yeah, everyone does it.
No.
Everyone worries, and everyone wants answers to the
Is
unknown.
it true?
Really, I feel like I'm the only one who's confused and feeling helpless. Eventually, I accepted that it was simply my fate to never change. My destiny was to be born a priestess and die as one.
But then...
But now, I've started thinking my fate might be in my own hands. Maybe I can bend chance to my will. After all, it was by chance that I met Ovi and Hyperic, yet now I care deeply about what happens to them. If my feelings can be altered so dramatically, then my destiny may be one of change and transformation after all.
I do believe...
And now, I want to transform into a source of strength for Ovi and Hyperic. Then let's help them.
Yeah.
Then let's get out there and help them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aethel. Let's start by searching for Hyperic and those who are sick. I can sense Yuva's deep gratitude and determination. This is taking me to 6. 5. Okay, good enough.
The old, cowardly me is no more.
Okay, more skills. I'm sure we could find clues at the church, but we can't get close to it right now.
I must.
It's nearly night anyway, so let's come back another day. I'll try to come up with a plan by then.
What's up, Del? Something on your mind?
That's nothing. Just thinking.
Oh no. You're not still feeling unwell, are you?
It's just the twinge now, that's all. I'm sharp as ever, me.
You sure? Because I remember once the big fever passed, you went hot and cold again a couple more times. I'd never seen you go down like that.
I said I'm fine, didn't I? God, but you don't worry too much. Come on, I'm starving.
I'll have some island scran, let's go. I bet the food's great here.
Something's bothering me. Really? He seemed pretty healthy to me. Just a bad feeling, I suppose. It was a human that wounded him. Hard to say whether the Magla might have any nasty side effects. You know.
You mean he may need magic healing? I don't know if we're gonna find that here on the island.
Hey, is there any way we could get Rella to take a look at him?
I mean, yeah, we'd have to get back to, we'd have to teleport back, though.
Magla-borne symptoms can take a turn for the worse incredibly fast, no matter how healthy you are. I'd rather not let it fester.
Well, we do claim to help anyone in need, eh?
Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't make liars of ourselves.
But don't forget that we're fighting a battle. And if you cannot distinguish friend and foe on the battlefield, it will be your end.
That's also a good point.
I know you're right. But I get the feeling those two are telling themselves the same thing.
I think we could swing Basilio to our side, that's the thing. Del, maybe not, but Basilio for sure.
What if now? What if, instead of speeding to her doorstep, we ask her saintliness to come here? It'll just take a bit of conspiring to get our story straight.
See, this is, Nearest, this is why you're in charge. This is why you're the boss.
I mean, I'm not normally a chap to take sides in this sort of thing, but those two hardly strike me as the evil type.
Look, Captain, I wouldn't feel right ignoring this. Will you please go to the royal capital for me?
Hell yeah.
No problem. I'll go.
I knew you'd say that. Well, if Rella's coming here, I guess it won't be that much trouble.
So is Rella joining the crew then?
Thanks.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had it in my head that, like, Basilio was gonna kinda defect. I kind of accepted that Rella was probably just like a, you know, like a support guy, like, you know, like a regular Bond or something. But, I don't know, so I guess it's, like, Rella then? I don't know.
I remember I called you too soft once. I see now I was wrong.
If that's sorted, let's get it done sharpish before any complications crop up.
She's here already.
Thank you so much for your help leading the evacuation. They tell me not everyone got a chance to thank you. So on their behalf...
Don't worry about it. Didn't want the annihilation of a whole village on my conscience is all.
Wasn't expecting you to handle the evacuation side, Del. Thought for sure you'd be the first in the fray with the human.
They healed me up. Gotta repay the favor, don't I? Wouldn't feel right otherwise.
And then for their sake, you should take care of yourself, too.
What? Who the hell? No way. Aren't you Saint Rella?
You're joking. You're not joking. Why is she here?
I called for her, and she came. You that surprised? I know people in the Crown Theocracy. My work speaks for itself these days.
It's almost time for the Saints' Day festivities in Montario. Having been invited, I was in the area. I heard about your splendid work, Fidelio and Basilio. I hardly recognize the two of you.
You remember us?
Of course. This is a bit of a reversal, though. Back then, it was you helping treat Basilio's wound. I can tell how far you've come since then.
Oh, so they've met before?
Ugh.
But I've also heard about your own injury. Your right foot, I'm guessing. Have you felt any sudden fevers come on? Yes, that should do. I can see you had an expert looking after you already. Physically, you're as well as anyone could ask. But... Fidelio, is there something you feel lost or anxious about?
Where's that coming from?
I've talked to lots of people and observed the flow of their magic. By now, I'm certain that Magla is connected to our emotions. When I speak to someone who's feeling strong emotions, I can sense the state of their heart as if seeing it with my own eyes.
Nah, I'm sound. Nothing's getting me down.
I see. Then you should be fine. Just don't take life for granted, or your treatment will have been for nothing. Keep on living, all right? For now, let's see. Run to the beach and back with Basilio. If you can make it without slowing down, then clearly there's nothing wrong with your foot.
Hey, sounds like a laugh. Just like when we were kids. Step lively, Del, or I'll leave you behind.
Hey, what the hell? I said I'm fine. Oh, damn it. Basilio! Hang on!
I'm actually kind of shocked that you did it.
Thanks, Rella. When you told me about the first time you'd saved someone's life, I didn't realize you were talking about them.
You're in Luis's entourage now. Yet you needed our stories to match in front of the brothers. You're swimming in dangerous waters, aren't you? Not just that, you've got a gauntlet runner that can teleport across the land and an elder captain who wields it through magic. That's a lot to take in.
I kind of really like how her nose is like perfectly in line with her forehead. Oh no, I kind of dig it. It doesn't look strange. You think it would look weird, but it's kind of cool.
Well, how do I put this?
Like, just seeing the different, like, profile shapes of their heads between Rella and Juna is fucking cool. I mean, obviously, Juna kind of looks what you'd expect, but Juna looks awesome.
I didn't realize it
Juna,
when I met
Rella.
you before, but you're already one of the top candidates. I saw the King's Rock. Are you intending to confront Luis?
Fuck it, may as well tell her.
Yes. That's right.
Well, there you have it.
So you are committed to this path, no matter what. I knew this day might come. It's not my place to stop you.
Come now, do you have to be so bleak? I've already spent my fair share of time with Luis, you know.
Don't underestimate Luis. As far as the Crown Theocracy knows, the King's magic will protect the highest candidates from any harm. And they think that guarantees their safety at the festival. But I've done my research. Some attacks the barrier can't stop.
We know.
I believe the magic only prevents underhanded approaches, like ambush.
Well, I thought it was already kind of clarified that if it's through a duel, you can hurt each other still.
So there's a loophole.
It's not widely known, but take a duel, for instance. Both parties identify themselves, fight with consent, and the magic won't protect them, no matter their standing.
But if you just have to identify yourself and agree to fight... Oh... Was that why the battle with Gladel?
I don't know.
Suffice it to say, the King's shield is not perfect, and Luis will surely exploit that. I have a terrible feeling there will be bloodshed before Saint's Day is over.
Did Gladel identify himself?
I won't try to stop you, but be careful down the road, all right?
I don't think that counted as a duel, was it? Because I was protected.
I'll protect Juna. I promise.
But where is this coming from? Honestly.
Well, I'm the escort, ain't I?
Then please, look after Juna.
Ugh. You do know I'm not a child anymore.
I don't know, man. I saw what was happening in the, last, Bond event. I don't know what the fuck you are.
Keep up, Del! Gotta be faster than that!
You spring-heeled bastard, you've got the height advantage. Damn it. You haven't won yet.
I suppose we'll have to leave it there.
We sent Rella back to Grand Trad with teleportation magic, avoiding the gaze of the brothers who were fortunately too winded to notice.
Can't deny it this time, though. You lot did fantastic.
Thank you.
And Lady Juna's safe too. I owe you thanks for that, if nothing else. The islanders gave us a map of the east side of the island. Their way of thanking us, I suppose. You're welcome to it, if you don't waste it.
Thank you.
Old Del's great at looking after people. He saved loads of them in the evacuations.
We're gonna have to fight at some point, aren't we? I'm really growing on you guys. Even for Delio a little bit, I'm growing on.
Oh, belt up, would you? Been meaning to ask. That's a book, yeah?
Didn't take you for a book reader. Lord Luis likes them though. Often got his head berries in one.
By the way, doesn't Lord Luis have this same book? I hear it's been banned.
How should we know? Not like we grew up round books. People barely literate nowadays, frankly.
So, what's it say? As long as we're killing time anyhow, let me see it. In this world, one can become anything they desire. Neither birth nor status decides your occupation.
I didn't think Fidelia would be able to read. The way they were talking, I thought they would both be illiterate and I'd have to read it to them.
Huh. Sounds grand, that. You think this place really exists?
Of course not, you muppet. It's a fantasy, remember? Anyone is free to become anything. This is a paradise of equality and freedom, devoid of discrimination or prejudice. Pretty words, then. But if everybody's free to do what they want, they'll work out their own reasons to be prejudiced. You can call it a utopia, but I reckon people living in it might romanticize our world too. At the end of the day, dreaming of escape will only ever be a dream. Nothing changes unless you do it with your own hands.
Aye. But if we really could do anything, I quite fancy opening up a little diner with you, Del. You like singing, eh? And I'm dead handy with a cook pan.
They want to open a diner? That's kind of cute.
We could invite Lady Juna over. Host a fancy soiree of our own. Every night, just us and our best mates living it up. You telling me you don't like the sound of that?
Oh, he just wants a simple life.
Get your head out of the clouds, Baz. We're long past being able to get away with that. Doesn't matter anyway. A dream is just a dream.
And Fidelio likes singing.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then.
Well then, we'll be departing today, but what's this here about? I hear about a festival on the island. The islands all seem to be heading for the coast.
Yes, of course.
The village wants to show their gratitude to us and wish us a safe journey. Thanks to the tides, I believe we can still make it by the deadline even if we leave tomorrow. The festivities include a secret rite where a dragon god statue is set alight in a ceremonial bonfire. It's said that if you offer prayers to it with someone, your wishes will come true. Oh, isn't that just marvellous? And who will our dear captain pray with tonight, I wonder? Oh shit, okay. Well, last time... Yes, please. Last time I did something, it was because I decided to hang out with Haizme because I was worried about both his son being missing and the fact that he was kind of racist for some reason. With that decided, we all helped the villagers prepare for the festival, and once the effigy of the dragon god was complete, the sun was already down. Ooh. That's a fantastic effigy.
Didn't expect them to throw such a party before our departure. A far cry from our first night here in a cell.
I hear 'tis a festival in the dragon god's name, meant to ensure a safe sea voyage. In place of a lighthouse, their fire is kept burning until the morning.
I say, these locals are barely well informed. They're up to their gills in practical and theoretical magna theory. Not as focused on the mechanicals as us mainlanders, but the land's far from barbaric. Their insights could rather improve the runner's design, you know? Ah, speaking of, I finished with the lance replica.
Does it look good?
We're finally ready.
Woo! Grand, ain't it? Dell's all better. And we've got some choice souvenirs to bring back to Lord Luis.
I forgot Batlin was on the island.
We're not out of the woods yet. Don't be too quick to celebrate.
Hey, come on, lads, loosen up! It's a party! We've all had a little fun.
What have you done?
And you? What's a sanctist fat cat like you doing getting all giddy over a pagan festival?
I have to laugh, don't I? You know, I thought the Crier's life had made me pretty knowledgeable about our world, but turns out most of what I knew was lies. Makes me think, maybe this is how my old father felt.
Your father?
Crier of family trade, eh? Imagine that.
The Crown Theocracy does love their hereditary titles. Yeah, my old man was a serious fella. More than me, that's for sure. He called out corruption where he saw it. Made him a pariah. But there you go.
Batlin's not going to be our next party member, is he? We won't have two Klima.
Yeah, I remember he once flat out suggested igniters were more dangerous than the Crown Theocracy was letting on. And there was that riot in the slums, of course, the one started by that Parapus. The church dismissed it as paupers revolting over their conditions.
Oh god, okay. Haizme, I think I'm praying with you tonight, dog. Or whatever the fuck I'm doing. Oh, that's where his son died, didn't it? Okay.
But my old man, well, he said it wasn't a riot at all. Outright accused the Crown Theocracy of turning an innocent Parapus feral through horrific magic experiments.
What?
Who knows what really happened there? Either way, nobody took my father seriously. He was condemned as a liar. And he died young. Just the way it is, I suppose. People will always prefer their own feelings to the truth. Happiness is a luxury hard to come by otherwise.
I hate that little squeak in the soundtrack. I like the music. I hate that little... Yeah, that one.
Hard to care about the world after that. I was a poor excuse for a crier, if you ask me. Yet, here I am. It's beyond weird. Somehow, You lot have managed to make the world seem interesting again. I'm genuinely grateful, you know? Makes a man feel as if he owes you.
You owe us nothing. Can't afford any rumors about you being biased in our favor, anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, though, you need anything, you've got me on your side. I'll do what I can. For now, I'll catch a boat ride to Altabury ahead of you. Once this festival's over, it'll be farewell for the moment. So, let's make this a bash to remember.
Just runs into the fire.
Now, time for some fun. Bring out the treats.
Oh, good. It's time for a Hulkenberg eating scene.
And those are?
Those look... What's quite funny is that looks quite pretty, and that's probably the it actually looks like it could be quite tasty, but I've never heard Hulkenberg sound so apprehensive about food that looks good.
The fruit is called dragon's tears. They're quite precious. Their tree only bears once every few years. Ah, just delicious. Beyond delicious.
Wonderful. This again. Hulkenberg's tastes are a dubious metric at best.
Please, it's the rarest of harvests, and we would like to share it with you.
I mean, I'll try. That shit's pretty good. The juice bursts forth as soon as I put it in my mouth.
Sounds. I feel quite...
Did you really hit us with the sounds? Is it alcoholic or like psychedelic or something?
What's going on? There's something odd about the way those two are laughing.
Oh my god.
But he's crying. What is this fruit?
You see, in old times, old long times ago people ate this to reach a higher plane of existence and talk to the gods.
Oh my, yeah, they are psychedelics.
Ha. Yes, you certainly appear to have reached some higher state. Glad I passed.
Phew. Finally back to normal. Well, that sure felt like a festival. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, and did you hear? The people of this island make a wish over that flame. It's said that if you write your wish on a piece of paper, it'll bring you good luck. You don't often get to relax like this. So why don't you go there with someone?
Actually, I know I was saying I should go with Heisme, but I don't think I actually spend enough time with Gallica. Maybe I can go with Gallica. We certainly have plenty of time. This is a rare opportunity. Who should I invite?
Have you decided on someone?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to go with you, Gallica.
It's so pretty.
How the fire reflects off the ocean. Not even God could refuse granting a wish made in a scene like this. Hey, what do you think God is? Oh, that's a big question. Sanctism and this village's religion both have a god, right? And they all believe God protects them and makes them happy. But is it actually possible for everyone in the world to be happy? If someone's not happy, what is their god doing? Yeah, I ain't got the answers for this, dog. The world is just full of mysteries. We'll never know the answers to, huh? I just want there to be less unhappiness in the world. Though I suppose it's pretty hard to quantify, really.
Well then.
Anyways, back to reality. Shall we go make our wishes? Nothing to lose from trying, right?
Yeah!
There we go. And if you don't grant my wish, you'll regret it, you hear? I think adding that gives it a better chance. It's totally coming true now. That's right, don't mess with me if my wishes don't come true. I wish for all the world's anxieties to replace with hope. Why not dream big, right? That's a pretty good dream. That's a very not like charitable. Like, I don't think charitable is the word, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Generous. When we don't know what lies ahead, that's when we're the most anxious, right? And that's pretty much true of most of our lives. All the more reason to enjoy life for what it is and hope for the best. You've got to expect to be anxious about stuff. That's a good way to look at it. You've got a pretty good perspective on it.
Besides,
I'm just saying, if we couldn't wake up the prince, I think that would give people hope. Considering how far you've come, I think you're going to see it through. Have you really thought about that? How far you've come? I mean, you've grown so much since you got pushed off a cliff in the desert. I should know. I've been there the whole time. So what did you wish for, Aether? I guess kind of, like, it was more, not in like a weird way or anything, but we really don't actually spend that much time together for someone who's been there since the start. I wished I could be closer to you, Gallica.
what?
Back it up, Aether. Why would you wish for something that's already true? I'm sure that when you make a wish, God listens.
Thank you.
I've had a great time at this festival. Thanks for it. I'd like to give you something, not as thanks or anything. I found it on the beach the other day. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Take care of it, will you? Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Gallica.
I've got this.
It's a weapon. A weapon, okay? Getting it back to the runner was a nightmare, so you better equip it. Oh, you got me all... You dragged an entire weapon here? After Gallica gave me the gift, we returned to the others. Whalebone rod. Oh, I see. That's... okay. Maybe this was a mistake. I assume this is going to be like a top tier weapon. This would have been a top tier weapon for whoever I was hanging out with. And I guess I just kind of... That's a shame, because I'm not going to get used to this. If I'd literally picked anyone else, they are more or less in their, like, basic class, but... I don't regret hanging out with Gallica, though.
Tell, you hear all that? What that cry was talking about?
Wait, he heard us?
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
Oh, right. No, he was talking about the Parapus experiments and the riot and stuff.
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it. Makes you think. I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking, seeing us at death's door. Maybe she knew what was going on. Del, what do we believe in, really? Are we absolutely positive that, you know, Count Luis's vision and ours have enough in common?
I thought we were done talking about this.
Oh, you've talked about this before.
He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Luis.
I know, Del, but he makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die. I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
I mean, you guys can hang out with me.
Hey! What are you two doing on your own? Come join the party! You'll miss the whole festival.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about? I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Do you plan to kill Count Luis?
Oh shit. So did he suspect it before now as well?
What are you talking about? He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Luis anymore. Or maybe it never was. There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
Are you really so worried for Count Luis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes. That lance gets past the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
How did you see that?
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the thinking to me.
You know why? I really like Lady Juna's songs. And I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You've got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it. I don't want to kill Lady Juna. And you don't either, Del. Do you?
So tonight's our last night on the island.
So?
Tomorrow's the big day, so let's make sure we're plenty rested. Maybe I should make Hulkenberg a mage then. Because how good is this weapon? Huh, actually. I was going to say it's not that good, but then compared to like the next best staff I have, it's probably fucking insanely good. Still, it's a blunt weapon that hits that fucking hard. A staff given by Gallagher, crafted from the bones of a whale that was large enough to swallow an island. Shit, it hits harder than my fucking fists. Maybe I should make her a wizard. I mean, I have to spend some time doing that anyway, right? I need to get to like rank 10, was it? To get the Dark Knight? Shit. No. Just for a bit, I suppose. I'm not really using her very often anyway, am I? Just for now. Just for now. Just to hit 10. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. When we first arrived, I never thought we'd be making the journey to Alterbury with open our hearts. Let the waves rock us then. We'll prepare ourselves for the trials to come. I hope the brothers are okay. I don't think they know the particulars of our plan, but we can't let our guard down.
Well,
I just hope we can get out of here without being attacked.
I beg your pardon, but...
Well, Aoife, since we're beginning our be journeying together for some time, I want to thank you for having me. I'm sad to leave my brother, and I'll miss him dearly, but I know in my heart this will be a grand adventure.
Yes.
I cannot have my stomach grumbling while afield. I should buy myself a small ration of something before we depart. The trouble is finding food that will not spoil. Right,
What do you want to do?
okay. Shall I call it a night? Yes, let's rest.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I must say I'm sad to leave the island, if for no other reason that every meal here has been an utter delight. I'm almost certain you said the same thing when we left Brylehaven and Martira. A new world of cuisine is but a few days away if you'll just be patient. That's probably the best possible thing you could ever say to Hulkenberg. Mind your tongue, Stroll. A few days is thrice as many meals. Wow, you're really taking this hard. Well, when you said your goodbyes to the people and the food, meet us at the Gauntlet Runner.
Hold on.
Do I need to buy anything for heading out? When you're ready, everyone will be waiting for you at the Gauntlet Runner. Is it sale day? It's not. I don't think we need anything. I think we're all kind of set. I think we're pretty well equipped. Maybe I should say goodbye to our Danny, though.
That's the way. Hello there.
Did you enjoy yourself yesterday? The village has not had a banquet in some time, so we truly tried to make it special. I can hardly remember the last time I heard such raucous laughter across the island. What you've done for us is truly priceless. In Etcheria, we shall no longer be an island that rejects all outside influence. Instead, we will welcome travellers regardless of tribe and see them off warmly. That is my vision for the island. I hope you'll come back soon and see how we're doing. You'll always be welcome. Oh, and please, take care of Yufa. You got it. And away I go. Alright. Let's book it.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
They're not going to ambush us on the deck, are they?
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Okay, Heisme. Okay, I know you can't, like, ignore, like, at this point, decades of, like, hate. But from the sounds of it, it sounds like that whole riot thing. Well, then again, no, maybe not. It wasn't the. I guess it still doesn't kind of count because it was a riot from like one feral parapus, right? But then after that, I imagine all the rioters were in their kind of not in their right state of minds, but they weren't like tampered with. They were just like really fucked off. So I think maybe actually the ones that still beat his son to death were still regular parapus. Maybe not. Never mind. As you were.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nurus made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
It's on the table already.
Right here, ready to poke an eye out.
Damn.
What do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
You did a fine, good job. Oh, we're not going to mix them up, are we?
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altaberry, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh no. I can already see where this is going. The brothers know. I think the brothers are going to swap them. So we're going to give Luis the real one. And we're going to try and kill him with the fake one.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
Wait. Wait, what do you mean, oh, by the way? That's not an oh, by the way news. That's really important.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right, all present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Aye aye, me hearties!
Okay.
What's wrong then? Is exclamation of sailors. Mr. Batlin was very specific.
That was kind of cute.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back with some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
Okay. Oh, it's snowing there today. There's another little town over there. Okay, cool. Do I choose it here, or...? Here's Altaberry Heights. It's quite a ways away. I think we'll make it in time. Without a problem. This fine wind will have us making landfall by the morrow, so the whole trip should be 2 nights with 3 days of travel. So we have to endure 1 day of being rocked sick. Now there's a grim face if I ever saw one. Captain, for Stroll's sake, let's make haste. Full speed ahead to Altaberry Heights, capital of Montario. Take care you don't tumble overboard now.
With a new ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
Indeed.
2 more days until we reach Altaberry, I think. Well, at least on this journey, we won't have to worry about that sea monster anymore. Bake Dracodeus. It's Dracodeus, or at least the replica of it. It's completely indistinguishable from the real one. Perhaps we should give Luis this one and use the real lance against him.
Seriously.
You realise there was probably a way to get that lance that didn't involve saving that pagan girl, yeah? Though I suppose I can't complain since you got the lance either way. Still, if you want Count Luis's favour, take my advice and stop playing the hero. Gotta hand it to you. Can't believe you actually got that relic off him. Couldn't afford to cock up a job from Lord Luis though, could you? Otherwise we'd just be dead weight. Thank goodness we're finally bidding farewell to that sweltering heat. The island and its people were absolutely lovely though. How do the islanders deal with such heat? Though I suppose hair like mine only amplifies the problem. I don't think I've ever once wanted to look at the window. Oddly bittersweet to think this view of the endless ocean might be my last for a while. The soothing sway of the waves gave me such pleasant dreams. I confess, I'll miss them. Oh shit, can I fight you? Oh yeah, we should cook. Excellent. I need more of that briny salt though, that's a problem. But it restores 100 MP and cures hex for all allies. Yeah, we'll take 2 of these.
Okay, so...
I think that's the dish Juna recommends. Okay, let me go call her.
Got a second?
Now, the most important thing we have to consider is who will be partaking in our meal. What do they like? What are their tastes? All of this matters. First, you need to visualize the meal, then you pick the ingredients that they'll get you there. Intuition is key. I picked out ingredients with Juna. Wow, if this tastes as good as it smells, won't that just be amazing? Yes, that's definitely going in there. Don't underestimate texture. These little blobs are cute. And these, look at how they shine. This sounds like a terrible way to cook. Now that our ingredients are carefully selected, we move to the main phase, preparation. You can cook anything as long as you believe. Come on, I'm right behind you. Food can tell if you're worried, you know? Put your positive intentions into it and it's bound to show up in the end. It's smelling great already. Wow, what a combination of bold and delicate flavors. I call it Cursed Love Ballad. Considering the feelings we put into it, it's bound to move the heart of whoever eats it. Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing. Okay. Ooh, courage. Oh, there are more books now. Maybe Yufa added some to the collection. The books I could read are How to Walk Outside the Island. This appears to be a Mastari-authored travelogue and guide of the lands outside the island. It's been thoroughly annotated by Yufa. I have yet to start reading it. A Mastari's Guide to Life Outside the Island. It must be tough for them. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. Hell yeah. Shall we spend some time reading this book? Yeah, absolutely. The travelogue offers an introduction to cultures and customs outside Virga Island, told the Mastari author's first-hand experience. It contains practical guides for things like creating an altar while traveling, or making eye contact with unmasked people. These encapsulate some of the difficulties Mastari people face living outside the island. Yufa must have read and reread this thoroughly. The book is nearly in tatters. Living in a totally foreign culture sounds so difficult, and yet this author and Yufa are jumping right into it. Seeing their willingness to embrace other cultures and values increased my tolerance.
Now then.
Hell yeah.
Tolerance.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, take up a mantle of benevolence which shall spur thee to aid thy people.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp, just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Indeed.
We should reach the city the day after tomorrow. I can feel the temperature dropping since we made landfall. I bet it'll be pretty cold in Altaberry. Now that we've made landfall, I admit I miss the sight of the sea runner gliding gracefully through the water. Then again, nothing quite like the sight of those legs kicking off the ground with all that power. Tonight, I shall bask in the beauty of our fine Gauntlet Runner.
Pardon me, but...
Oh, Aoife. Are you free at the moment? I just finished meditating, and I'd like to talk with you a bit, if you don't mind. By recalling the past and planning for the future, with Yufa, maybe I can hone my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Yufa? Yeah, let's talk with Yufa. I've only heard about the outside world from imported books and my brother's stories. I can't believe that starting today, I will travel those lands myself. I never would have had the confidence to attempt such a venture on my own. I am truly glad I met you and everyone else, Aoife. Welcome to the team.
Nice to meet you.
Once again, welcome to the team.
Yes, of course.
I know I lack experience, but I want only to contribute to this effort. I am grateful for your guidance and encouragement. Speaking of which, Juna graciously gave me some advice about trips such as this one. She said, make sure you keep one eye on your wallet whenever you're in town, and never ever follow a stranger somewhere. Juna's kindness truly knows no end. I feel quite lucky to go on a trip with so many people watching over me. Oh, that reminds me. I meant to ask you, what were things like when you began this journey, Aether? I must admit, I am somewhat curious about the place where your mission began. It is my hope that one day, when this is all over, that I may visit it. I felt my imagination grow as Eupha and I discussed the possibilities ahead of us.
Now then.
Hell yeah, we're really crawling up now.
Imagination.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If true sovereignty is thy aspiration, furnish thyself with the creativity to bring the ideal world of thy thoughts to fruition.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. Oh, I'm sorry. I was having so much fun talking with you, the time escaped me. Is it alright if we continue? Eupha and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It would seem that...
We now stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Ontario from the island, but I never imagined I would see them this close. Altabury remains cold year-round, so quite accordingly, its people have perfected the art of a piping hot stew. And its home in the foremost opera house is there, and it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom as well. I suppose that'll be the stage of our confrontation with Luis.
Guess.
Let's keep our hopes high. There are some tall mountains on the horizon.
So?
Let's make sure all of our preparations are complete by tomorrow night. Courage. About time we made it to the mountains. I never much minded sea travel myself. Basilio, though, he turns green at the thought. You alright, mate?
Hey.
Seems like Del's foot's all healed up now, thanks to Lady Rella. And now, what's got you looking so pleased? Bah, can't make sense of all this. Time to poop, but time to wash me hands.
Right.
I feel refreshed after spending some time in the bathroom. Now that I'm a candidate, it's important to be well groomed. Excellent. Alright, time for a fresh start. And the pantry too? If they have more briny salt, that'd be great.
This is...
Oh, hell yeah. That's exactly what I needed. I'll cook later, More imagination. It's my eloquence I need to work on. Where's Juna? Maybe she can help me with that. The code seems to have been deciphered even further. We may have a clue to a lost relic. Okay, nothing yet. Let's head into the deck. Maybe Juna's there and she can help me with eloquence. My eloquence is still pretty low. Ah, the craggy mountain range. How long it's been. Did I tell you I am from these parts originally? While I've not many happy memories of home, nostalgia yet remains a grip on my heart somehow. I've come around in our sleeping arrangements, I think. It's cozy, which is calming. Though I can't say I'll ever come round on how tangled my hair is by morning. Oh yeah, I guess we haven't been in this locale yet. Man, I want a gauntlet runner in real life. Got Neurus driving. Do we do imagination again? I could read the book. Yeah, let's just read my book again. How to Walk Outside the Island. It's a Mastari authored travelogue for the lands outside the island, thoroughly annotated by Eupha. I'm in the middle of reading it. Mastari's Guide to Life Outside the Island. It must be tough for them. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. Shall we spend some time reading this book? Read the book. This travelogue offers an introduction to cultures and customs outside Virga Island, told through the Mustari author's first-hand experience. The section on Grand Trad contains a list of recommended shops to visit. The words "must go" are written in small letters next to some, presumably by Yufa. However, Yufa does advise against praying at restaurants in Grand Trad. Doing so will greatly increase the chances of being kicked out, apparently. Living in a totally foreign culture sounds so difficult, and yet this author and Yufa are jumping right into it. Seeing their willingness to embrace other cultures and values increased my tolerance.
Alright.
There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
Come look at this!
Ahoy! You lot aren't gonna believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision.
Is there a hole in it?
Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say.
Here we go. Yo, it's multiple holes, the fuck?
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I never imagined something like this. Indeed, falling off that precipice would be unfathomably terrifying and exhilarating, I imagine. Makes me want to jump. I'd like to try jumping off it. Damned boar-faced Sanctus Scullions.
What?
Yeah, oi, what's gotten into you? My, that was rather pleasing. It's quite refreshing, you know, to pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner.
Speaking of...
I am reminded of the time you were all yelling before me. It was a rather terrible experience, I admit. But if I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Never again shall I sleep in a roast-infested inn. Sorry, a roach-infested inn. A roast-infested inn sounds quite nice. A roach-infested inn. You're overreacting. You need to relax, Izme. How amusing. I would also like to try screaming as well. Yeah, what are you gonna scream about? What's the matter? I fully intended to do it, but the words just won't come out at all. And oh, this girl is just too charming. Never change, love. Well, does anyone else have something to yell about? I sense that gazing off the cliff's edge and being filled with an unexplainable urge to scream has somehow broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
It's creeping up.
As for me...
Oh, then I suppose it's old Neurus's turn. I've prepared a list of complaints that I wish I could recite to you all on a daily basis, and rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we all catch a cold. Yes, we shouldn't allow ourselves to spend too much time on these distractions. That's one more for the list, eh, Neurus?
Bombs away!
But I must scream. As always, I've drawn this place here. Coloured Rodeo Cliff drawing. I'll keep Neurus's picture as a souvenir of our journey.
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters, peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
We should arrive in town by this time tomorrow. We only got a limited amount of times left to enjoy these quiet moments. Once we get to Altabury, well, you know what's gonna happen. What's up, homies? At this pace, we'll reach Altabury sometimes tomorrow. You got the lads in the end, so I'll not deny you've got the skills for this, but I'll be watching you until it's in Count Luis's hands.
Hey.
The night chills are creeping in. Suppose that means we're closing in on Altabury. But once the lance is in Lord Luis's hands, I'll be out of your hair, huh? The days really flew by. You've been with me for like a month at this point. Stroll. Wait. I don't think I've spent time with Hulkenberg in a while. I shine my weapons with Stroll, and I take watch with Heisme. I chat with Juna enough. I spent a lot of time with Yufa lately. Oh, you cooking?
Well met.
Ah, well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to travelling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I can hone my imagination. Should I spend some time talking with Hulken with Torkenberg? Hell yeah, let's go Hulken.
Magnificent.
Verga Island was truly splendid. To think that so many delicacies could be found in one place. I make no hesitation in declaring it a blessed island, what with its myriad of fish species and rare spices. Oh, but the Serpetia dishes were truly what moved me. It wriggled. I prefer my food still. The wriggling only substantiated a suspicion I possessed. I am now confident that the stranger the appearance, the tastier the dish. According to the locals, Serpetia is best served fermented and consumed raw. 'Tis a shame we arrived when the dish was out of season. But I digress. Our focus turns to our next destination, Alterbury. To save His Highness the Prince, we cannot fail at eliminating Luis.
Now then.
However, Luis is one of the strongest mages alive. We acquired the Divine Relic, but will it truly be enough to cut him down? No, forgive me. Such uncertainty does naught for our cause. Upon our arrival at Alterbury, I shall erase my doubts with the aid of a good meal. The cuisine of that city is quite familiar to me, I believe. No, rather, I've no doubt that both the meal and our mission will be a rousing success. I felt my imagination grow as Hulkenberg and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us.
All right.
Tis a later hour than I realized. I know our journey demands ample rest, but I would like to continue conversing with you. Fuck. I was going to call it Heisenberg again. Hulkenberg and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Tis merely time.
'Tis only a ways further until we reach Alterbury. The city is likely abuzz with activity related to Saint's Day. I wonder if Luis is already there. Sooner or later, we have to hand Dracodius over to him. One must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. I hope they'll leave out any unnecessary details. We just have to stand tall and be confident. If you have to sell out a lie, look them straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it. Tonight, we'll deliver the lance to Luis. This will be the last time we'll be able to relax for a while. Once we arrive, we'll be jumping right into it. I can't blame you for feeling nervous. After all, we know what's coming. Right. Doesn't this seem like a good time as any other to call it quits for now? So, I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.